Oh
Do
no,
it,
we're doing
Killian.
it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing it this way.
Uh, I'm kidding. Welcome to another episode of The Artificial Mind, episode 11. Photos. We're doing photos today, guys. Are you excited, Showbridge? Jeremy? Did I lose you, man?
I am ready.
Oh, there he is.
Hello?
What? You good?
That's weird. Yeah. I just decided it wouldn't work. I don't know. Crazy.
Technology at its finest, right?
Wrongest. How's that?
Oh,
That
you
better?
sound great. You sound
Okay.
sound fantastic. You sound beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I've been working out.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to show something off real quick. I started working on this. This isn't supposed to be stretched out like this by any means.
Don't
I was
stretch
working
out.
on a new graphic, but this got stretched out. Do you see it?
Let's see. TIFIA. That's about all I see.
Yeah, it gets a little wild, but yeah, we'll just go back to you see the blue and red squiggly lines again?
Yep.
All right, cool. You checked out V4 this week?
I did, and I uploaded it. Yes, sir, Bob.
What do you think of it?
Oh. Like the only thing I didn't like about it that we just talked about was the lettering seemed to get worse, but everything else,
Yeah.
bravo, magnifique.
I'm truly impressed with it. I mean, some of the first ones that I made were just like, whoa. Some little things, I know the aspect ratios aren't working yet, which is fine.
Mhm.
Completely fine. Right? So that's I have no quarrels against that, so it's all good. We are kind of excited to see what happens next with this V4. I mean, if V4 is like this, is there going to be a V5? What is V5 going to be like? And I've been able to learn a couple new things throughout the last couple days and see some incredible work that's been put out there.
Oh, what did you hear? Did you hear some news around the grapevine?
And nothing that nothing that's news now, but I'm just waiting for
Okay.
the aspect ratios to be fixed. If you do want news, though, I got some news here for the Artificial Mind.
Groovy.
Yeah, so guys, if you're listening to us, I just want to say, I'm sure Showbridge feels the same way, but thank you from us in America to those in the Czech Republic, Finland, Philippines, the United Kingdom, Morocco, Colombia, Hungary, Portugal, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Peru, Canada, Mexico, Netherlands, Norway, and Brazil.
Wow, that's quite a list.
That's a great list. 87%
Hell yeah.
are on Spotify. We actually have someone listening to us on Amazon Music too, which is incredible.
They're back.
Yep. And on Podcast Addict. Like, people don't even listen to us on Apple that much, but I think the reason is because you can see the video like on Spotify. I'm not
Right.
sure on Amazon, even though Amazon does have video too, but I guess time will tell. But it's been looking really good. I'm very proud of the work that me and you have done within these last 10 episodes.
It's turned into more than what I thought it could be, for sure.
Yeah, there's something there's something happening, man, and it feels good. It feels really good.
I haven't been disappointed yet with what we've gotten, so
Yeah, same here. And you know, our YouTube, we had 650 plays in one night. You know, so whoever gave us those 50 plays, the group of people, thank you so
Wow.
much. We could not be any more
group.
grateful. I think January we're going to start kicking off some more stuff, right? Like starting into the new year, but we're kind of just going to keep it flowing in this style right now. So,
Yep.
you know, I know some of you guys are excited to see more, and we have some great plans. And what's exciting is that we're both in two different areas of the country. You know, we're both going to be able to do different things, and that's what I'm more excited about. You'll be able to do stuff in your area. I'll be able to do stuff in mine, and we get to have some fun with this, man. We get to have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, because there's places I'd like to go where you're at, and then I tell you about all the cool places I'd go to over on this side. So yeah, it'd be cool to like video or something and show it off of like Jersey and shit.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I love it. All right, so let's get on with it. Do you want to do the historical ones first?
With the roll of the dice, I think that's what we'll do.
Yeah, we'll do our historical ones first. I'll start off this episode. So do you see the picture of Tank Man up?
Tank Man is up.
Tank Man is up.
Tiananmen Square is up.
This is the original photo of Tank Man, one of the greatest historical photos of all time. Now I got a little crazy with a whole bunch of them. Maybe in a solo video I will put up on the YouTube Reels and TikTok for you guys.
What year was that, John?
That was 1980. Let me look this up because I'm not 100% sure. I want to make sure I get the facts right.
Feels like it was 85 or 86. It was a Reagan, during Reagan, I think.
I think so. 1989.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Tank Man temporarily stops the advance of Type 59 tanks on June 5th, 1989. There is a lot of a lot of shit went down.
There's a lot of
you know what I
revolution
mean?
at that time.
Yeah, there was a lot of there was a lot of stuff happening right here, and
it wasn't just China.
Yeah, you know, and
do you remember the video? I remember seeing this on the news.
I remember the video as well.
Mm-hmm.
How could you forget this? Seeing this, I mean, I was 1 year old when this happened, but you know, the story, you know, was the unknown protester, the unknown rebel, is the nickname of an unidentified Chinese man who stood in front of a column Type 59 tanks leaving Tiananmen Square in Beijing on June 5th, 1989, the day after the Chinese government's violent crackdown on the Tiananmen protest. As the lead tank maneuvered to bypass the man, he repeatedly shifted his position in order to obstruct the tank's attempted path around him. The incident was filmed and shared to a worldwide audience. Internationally, it is considered one of the most iconic images of all time. And inside China, the image and accompanying events are subject to censorship.
Yep.
You know, there is no reliable information about the identity or the fate of the man, but the story of what happened to the tank crew is unknown. At least one witness has stated that Tankman was not the only person to have blocked the tanks during the protest, but Tankman is unique in the way that he is the only one who was photographed and recorded on that video. So here's my rework. Did it go away?
Yep.
All right, here we go. And what I love about this is that the style, like it.
Oh, wow.
The picture is telling the story.
This could be like 100 years in the future and the same thing repeating.
Yes, and I mean, you get that modern look. You get the Chinese, the kind of Chinese style banner up top there. But look, man, you got Tank Man there in front of these large tanks, and again, the picture is telling the story. You know, and I really love how this came out through the V4, man.
Hell yeah.
Did you do all yours through V4?
Yes, I did. As soon as you
yes,
told me
I
that,
did too.
I switched over.
Yep, I did too. Let's do your next one, man. I want to make sure I just realized I didn't even add the actual picture here. Okay, so here we go. This was your choice. You know, and it's funny too because when I asked a lot of people what are your suggestions, they said this was the first one that they could come up with. Yep. You know,
I mean, this was on Time Magazine.
Yeah, and I kept saying, you know, oh, Strobridge got that one. He's gonna do that one. We got it. Do you know the story about this?
A little bit. I know these two did not know each other, and
yeah.
The lady was not she did not welcome the kiss.
Yeah, that's the story, right?
All right. I want to say like when I was younger, I remember like there was a news thing on it and they brought the lady back and they were talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, he just grabbed me and held me and gave me a big smackaroo, and then I just kind of walked away." I remember they did a Simpson episode on it too, or at least a little
Yeah.
rip on it.
Now,
That was
what's funny is that
my
they
favorite
actually
person.
have this photo in different angles. You
Oh,
know, like
really?
there's different angles. Yeah, I mean, they're not completely different angles, but they're various different angles that happen.
Hmm.
You know that they have the photo on, and there's actually photos of the two people who said they were the ones doing the photo. Um, but there's many conflicting stories about the photo itself, but nonetheless, end of World War II, man
Yep.
grabs this nurse and boom, he kissed her. Now your photo didn't turn out all that different, except the biggest difference here is
Oh,
that he's an
they
army.
look more giving.
He's wearing an army uniform.
Hmm.
It stood in black and white too. Did you write it down to have it kept in black and white? Oh no, you just wrote.
I don't believe I did. I don't believe I did.
It's incredible, man. This came out really good.
Yeah, it did. Well, this is one of the first ones I did after you told me 4 came out, version 4, and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then I snapped my fingers and yeah, we got
Yeah,
this baby.
I really love this photo because it's the exact same thing, just with a couple of touches.
More
Yeah,
accepting though. She's more accepting. She's more like, "Yeah, oh yeah, you're gonna get yours too."
yeah, and that's very interesting too because like the photo. Now that we're talking about the story, the woman wasn't very welcoming when the photo was first taken, but here it's like she was waiting for him to give him this kiss.
Yeah, or she's like missing him. Just got off the bus in the background or something. Yeah.
Very very
And
beautiful work,
or
Strobridge.
John, because we both were in the army, maybe she just likes army better than the navy.
That could be too, because Army leads the way. Whoa,
That's huh.
let's go.
Uh,
Sorry, guys, if you guys don't know, we are Army veterans here.
That's right. Feel you can be.
So my next historical photo, and now this story, I actually have a story to tell about this one, if you don't mind. Um, I was
Enlighten
looking
me.
through like 100 photos. Have you ever heard of this photo, the jump to freedom?
So this was after. Is this during World War II then, or Berlin, or
This was
what
Berlin.
this?
This was in 1961.
Okay. Oh. No, I don't remember this picture then. I would have
So
figured it was like after World War II.
so this picture. So are you ready to hear the story of this picture?
Yeah, go
'Cause
for it.
this is
Do it.
crazy.
Enlighten me.
I was looking through a couple pictures, and then like I said, I did a lot of them, which I'll show in a different contented video this week. And I see this photo of this man jumping over barbed wire. I'm like, well, what's the story behind this? And this is the story. This story is about a soldier named Hans Conrad Schumann. He was an East German border guard who escaped to West Germany during the construction of the wall. I think it's
okay.
and I think it's interesting. I say it's interesting because we both chose something that had something to do with the Berlin Wall. The story of him: he enlisted as border police following his 18th birthday, and after 3 months in training, he was posted to a non-commissioned officers' college in Potsdam. After which he volunteered for service in Berlin. He was 19 years old, and he was sent to the corner of the border. And on the third day of its construction, and his unit arrived at 4:30 a.m. and where officer ordered them to take control and protect the border against the enemies of socialism. At that time and place, the wall was only a single coil of concertina wire. Throughout the day, as Schumann paced 10 steps up and down, the residents were calling him "you pigs, you traitors, you concentration camp guards." One scene particularly upset Schumann, and the young lady in East Berlin passed a bouquet of flowers over the top of the wire to an older lady in West Berlin. She was the younger lady's mother and wished her a happy birthday. The young lady apologized for not being able to visit, then motioned to Schumann and added, "Those people over there, they won't let me cross anymore." And Schumann started to reconsider whether he really wanted to spend the rest of his life keeping his fellow citizens in prison. And one day, there was a mass of people that were going there, right?
Mhm.
And he goes up to them and he's pushing the protesters back with his weapon, and he started to think that he should leave. And he pointed a weapon at one guy and said, "I need you to step back. I'm gonna escape. Get back at once. I'm going to jump," he says. And the man alerted the West Berlin police, who arrived in the van. And at 4 p.m., he jumped over the barbed wire and dropped his PPSH 41 machine gun and was driven away in the van by West Berlin police. He has a sad story going on into his life, and
bet.
after, he said he felt truly free after that day, and he continued to feel more at home in Bavaria than in his home place, citing old frictions with his former colleagues. And he was even hesitant to visit his parents and siblings in the area where that was. But he was suffering from depression, and unfortunately, he took his own life.
Oh man.
Yeah, he took his own life, and it said that he felt bad. This struck a chord with him. And I hope
after being
that,
liberated in his mind, he didn't.
yeah, it's a powerful story, and I hope that the art piece that I'm about to show you really, and I came up with 4 of them. This is my favorite one personally, but I think this one turned out to be the best. The Jump to Freedom by Konrad Schumann. And I hope that this picture, that this art piece honors him, because what he's more, what happened that day was more than just a photo. It was a historical moment in time that opened up the eyes for a lot of Berliners in the East. And he jumped out. I think there's a very powerful photo here. Architecture is really funny too. It's like very interesting architecture.
You got a little bit of Japanese going on in there. What do they call those?
Yeah.
Type hens or?
Yes. Yes.
Is that what they call it? Cool. My memory precedes me. Woo-hoo.
Yep. And for your next one, you chose this moment in the Berlin Wall.
Yep. This is
what's going on here?
I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if it's the same night. I'm assuming it's the same night they started tearing it down.
Okay.
Now granted, my picture kind of went back in time from this one.
Did it really?
It didn't show any of the people. It just showed like the background and like the graffiti on the walls, like the calm before the storm, basically. And this is the storm side of it, the storm of freedom and liberation.
Yeah, and what's interesting about it? Do you want me to pull up the AI piece now?
Yeah, go for it. You were saying you were like 1 year old when you saw this. You probably saw like the video, like probably around 4 or 5 years old. I'm sure.
I was a kid, man. So like, all that stuff, I didn't know, but growing up and respecting it
and
really
they showed it over the years. I can remember seeing it when I was, I think it happened when I was in 5th grade. And I remember one of the girls in my class, her father was a doctor, and he was over there at the time. And he came back with a piece of the Berlin Wall, and we got to see it and hold it in our hands for show and tell and stuff.
No way. That's pretty cool. They actually have a piece of the Berlin Wall at the Infantry Museum in Fort Benning, Georgia, which was really cool. You get to touch it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really cool piece of history to have.
Bringing a piece in, and I got to mess around with it. I was like, that's pretty wicked.
It's so interesting that they made a wall to separate a whole country. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you there. It's completely bonkers to me that happened.
Walls.
Bonkers to a lot of them too. But your art piece came out really good. It's actually not that different from the original photo, except all the people are gone.
Yep. Or it's just right before things getting started, and that guy's just like admiring the quiet.
Yeah, it's just him.
I'm trying to remember the actual story of how it got started, because it was just a couple people just started whacking away on it. and there was like a famous person there when this was going on, like Warren Zevon or some guy that did the Werewolf in London song. There's
Okay, yeah.
there's a little story behind it. I remember watching a video on it, and I was like, "Whoa, no way!" Like I thought it was more people that would have gotten it started, but it was like a handful of people just started kind of whacking away at it or something, and then it built up
Interesting,
from
man.
there.
Interesting. I like the way this came out too. It came out like a really good painting.
Mm-hmm.
Good work. So those were our historical photos. Now we have like just reworks of photos now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now
Yep,
like
we
some of
did
the
our.
ones and now some of the ones have like some of the ones I did are of people. So I'm not going to show the original photos to respect to them and their children and their families and things like that. And the same for me because I'm going to be showing off a couple photos in the coming week in our reels section, where you see more of those photos of like my family and I'm sure Showbridge would like for me to add some of the ones that he made too into that little file as well. That I could throw in
Yeah.
there. But yeah, man. So the one my first rework was this one. This is actually a friend of mine, Dylan Mason. He is a fan
Mm-hmm.
of the show, a friend of the show, and he sent me a photo of his family. The funny thing is, he's only got 3 kids, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he's about to have a son,
So
and now
pops out a couple.
what was that?
I was gonna say I added more into the picture.
Yeah, so he's having another kid soon, right? And
Huh.
the one kid in the front has a full on beard.
Right.
But yeah, this is a recreation of a family photo of a friend of mine. I think it came
Mini
out
me.
it came out really good. It came out really good. The V4 does exactly what it's supposed to do, and I'm happy for it. I'm very happy for it.
It was such a. It was quite the jump from 3 to 4. I noticed,
Yeah,
texture wise, and
yeah, you know,
yeah.
and you know what really helped too? Like the Pixar. If you put in Pixar,
Yep.
it
I saw
really
you did that.
it really amplifies a couple of things there, and it looks really fucking good sometimes. Really good. The next one, I want you to tell me what this photo was.
So this is a rework of those. God, what episode was it? It was like 2 or 3 where I did like blueprints of like UFOs and stuff.
Yeah.
I was showing those off, so I kind of went back and did a reconcept of that.
Oh, so you redid.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? It was called 3-dimensional diagram inside of a UFO or something like that. Like common term, architectural. That's what it was. It was architectural design of the innards of a UFO. The innards of a UFO. Ting.
Interesting. So this came out really cool.
Yeah. I did a couple. This is probably the best detailed one.
Yeah, we got to do some blueprints. One of our next episodes because blueprints are great. This next image is an image of me as a robot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I turned myself into a beautiful, handsome
Sterling silver.
robot. Yep. I literally just did the
You're Johnny
picture,
Pneumatic.
and I put cybernetic robotic human Pixar cinematic still shot. Yeah, I'm Johnny Pneumatic, Johnny number 5. I'm number 666, baby.
Johnny 5.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
It man. I really liked how this one came out. It's cool to immortalize myself as a AI robot, you know. Now we're in the system, you know. The next one that we have for you, you got to tell me what this is. What is it? What is this?
So, I was messing around with pyramids again. From the again, I like pyramids. They're neat. 369 can't go wrong. And when I'm at work, I've been telling my boss that I'd like to make some T-shirts, and I I want something that like I think people would actually buy and not just something I would like. And I think I've seen a lot of shirts like this around where they have like geometry on them, stuff like this. I'm like, well, why isn't a pyramid any different? So yeah, I came back up with this rework. I didn't
like
have time to
this.
find the other pyramids that I worked on earlier. Well, this kind of goes in with the TAM logo that I was trying to work with too. Remember, I was showing you those, and those need work
Yes.
still. Yeah. So
Yeah,
they're kind of along
I'm
with
actually
that.
gonna use one of them, to be honest with you, because
That's good. That's good.
yeah, because I'm gonna start. Don't mind me. I'm gonna start stealing some of your work and put it on the
Do it.
social medias.
You
You
let the
know,
English see it do it.
because you're signed in the Instagram, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, just sign into it. Post whatever the hell you want, man.
Oh, I do occasionally. I'm just older and don't
Oh, no, I'm
know
talking
my
about
ways
I'm
around
talking
it.
about our Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, there
I
you
think I'm
go.
on it.
All right, cool. So let's see. So my last photo rework is of a friend of mine, a drill sergeant Ronnie J. He was actually a guest of mine on my last DD214 gaming podcast, and it was a great episode. And I wanted to give this to him as a gift, and I did. And I thought this would be really cool to recreate his profile picture of him in uniform, and they gave him like these
Wow.
retro shades. You
Wow.
know, yeah. It came
Really?
out really good. It came out really good.
That's weird. Like a retro 80s like magnification goggle.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes,
Huh.
yeah. It's like retro glasses,
Yeah.
military goggles at the same time.
Huh.
This one came out so good too. Came out so good. And
Rotoscope.
for your final one, I'm curious to know what this is.
Dang it, I never did send you a picture of that, did I? So I don't know if we've talked, I think we have actually, where you can bring in your own pictures to Midjourney now. You just gotta
Yeah.
go through a little process, and you'll get something close to what the picture is that you wanted. And I did a painting up on my wall. Well, there's video that we've done over the couple podcasts, and I'm sure you've seen it in the background. So I thought I'd do a remake of that,
Mm.
and that the original painting is blacklight sensitive, but nothing to where it is on here. I mean, this is just awesome.
So you recreated your own art.
My own painting. Yep.
Yeah, and that's what this show show is about. You know, tapping into your artificial mind. And you know, for those who don't know, you are an actual artist.
Yeah.
You know,
Occasionally.
I mean, an
try.
actual hand artist. You know how to draw. You know how to do, the whole works. I think this was a great idea for you to recreate this and put this into the AI.
And
Very
now
good work, Strawbridge.
we got that idea to make a painting from one of the pictures that AI did for us, and I'm all about doing that.
Yep. So, and
I can do that.
yeah, and
So
I
I'm about
mean,
having me
and I
do
mean,
a video of that.
yeah, I mean, we could talk about that now too before we end the show. Starting in January, we're going to be rolling out some, maybe even before January, you may see some solo episodes from either just Strobridge. Maybe you might just see some things from him. The same thing for me. It's just a way to branch out. Don't get worried. We're still great friends. We're
Be
just,
happy.
yeah, we just, because there's some things that maybe we just want to fill up that don't
500
make it
miles
onto
away
the
from each
show.
other.
Yeah. So, you're going to see some more content soon. Man, this is exciting. It's exciting what we're doing, man. Just tapping into the mind, and I can't wait to do that with some of the guests that I'm
Branching out into the individual ideas too. So
Yeah, man. And what's really cool, like, I've been talking to a couple guests for the future. Hopefully we could get something interesting going for the next coming year, man. I'm super excited. I am super excited with what we're doing. I think I try not to suck on the nut of Tam, but I think we're doing something special. I really do. Yeah, man. You got
think
any
Tam's
final
okay
thoughts
with
before
that.
we get out of here? I think so too. Yeah, you have any final thoughts?
You think so? I think Tam's all about it. I think Tam is all about it. I think
I
it's
think
ready
so
to
too.
rock with its socks, on or off, because that's how much it rocks.
Yep.
Good lord.
Yep. So yeah, man, you got any final
want some
thoughts
more
before we
corn for your
go?
tortilla? Other than ranting, no. I like what we did, and we'll have a. This was just more of a rockier one because I was just pumping out so many different concepts for the new version 4. So for
Dude,
all you
I
folks out
came
there
up
that
with
still have
so
3,
many.
get into 4. Yeah, as soon as you told me about it, I was like, okay, and then I didn't figure out how to do conversion right away. But once I got it, whew, it was fire. So you people
Yeah,
on version 3, get on 4. Pronto. You'll be happy you
please
did.
do. And guys, thank you so
Do
much.
it.
You guys know that you could check out www.linktree.com/the Artificial Mind Podcast. Check out all our links, leave a review, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Artificial Mind
Spread
is
the
an
word.
original podcast created by Jonathan Sanchez and Jeremy Strobridge. If you are enjoying this production, please follow us so you don't miss an episode. You can find all our links at www.linktree.com/theartificialmindpodcast. So long and farewell.